Hello and welcome to the Monster Painter. This time I take a run at my pile of shame and show you the miniatures I finish up. So, once again I'm taking a run at this crowded, messy work table. Try as I might, the pile always seems to grow and never seems to shrink. Still, I got some stuff off of this table, so let's take a look at the results. And right off the bat, we have that classic comic book superhero, the star of video games in the silver screen, the original two-fisted billionaire on a one-man war against crime. It's the Cape Crusader himself, the Batman. This particular model is sourced from some long-forgotten, long-lost Batman board game. I don't remember which. Originally, he had one of those very modern color schemes, all black. But that's boring. So I gave him an old school color scheme, and I'm bringing bats back to his roots, which is much more fun. But this leaves us with a pressing question from Mr. Wayne. Why doesn't Batman dance anymore? Bat dance! Next up we have this modest little piece of scatter terrain, originally from the Mines of Moria set from Games Workshop's Middle-earth Strategy Battles game, which is a great set, maybe one of the best. We have this solid little piece of terrain. Perfect for towns and courtyards and even dungeons, like the Mines of Moria themselves. Wherever you find it, whatever you do, don't be a fool of a took and throw a rock into it. Moving on, we have this big galoot from the Besieged Castle Defense board game by Cool Minis or Not. I didn't care for the game, but I love these models. He is a big, beefy boy who definitely missed head day at the gym. He is not alone. This game came with a lot of copies, and when you have this many copies of the same pose, I can't help but think of one thing. Conga! Orky ork 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 orky orky ork wog ork orky ork 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 orky ork 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 orky orky ork. Good lord, there has been a surprising amount of dancing in this video, but no more. We're on to solid, stable things. This pair of crates, totally inert. Not the most exciting models, but always useful as treasure tokens, clue markers, or just texture for the dungeon. You can always search them, and they're only sometimes trapped. This pair are 3D filament prints and painted up as old wood, befitting well-worn old crates. In the grim darkness of the dying lands, not even the mermaids are sexy. Originally billed as a sea troll from the Dungeons & Lasers Woodhaven stretch goals, I have painted her up to be a siren for a scenario in that grim and whimsical game, Forbidden Psalm. And she did her work with great skill and aplomb. She drowned a couple of soldiers, feasted on their brains, and generally wreaked havoc on the tabletop. Ugh, brains. Ugh. The game of Forbidden Psalm is such a grim, dark setting, it does not use chests or loot piles as treasure markers. No, the treasures are usually denoted with corpse markers, and the adventurers have to pick the pockets of the dead to acquire wealth. To this end, I have once again turned to the excellent Mines of Moria, which included these fantastic markers, perfect tokens for the murder hobos of Forbidden Psalm to root through looking for a lousy buck. This fellow is drawn from the Magic the Gathering Arena of the Planeswalker board game. He is one of the player characters, Jace Bellerin, a mind magician who can dig through your inner thoughts. At any rate, he has been removed from his old Heroescape style base and put on a conventional 25mm base and given a fresh paint job. Now Jace is ready to enter the frozen city of Old Felstead to battle other wizards and fight for treasure as a soothsayer. So at least he has retained his profession and purpose. This big old crystal formation is one of the spell effects from Games Workshop's Malign Sorcery kit for the game Age of Sigmar. I will be using it in Frostgrave as the effect for that ever so useful elemental spell, Wall. I mean, sometimes you just have to put up solid boundaries between you and your friends. It's just the right size and wonderfully dramatic for that very job. Returning to Forbidden Psalm, one of the monsters in that game are animal cultists. They are regular little critters who have sworn allegiance to dark powers. They practice rituals to hasten the demise of humanity. Now, wherever there are cultists, there are cult leaders, and this fellow is my cult leader. Made from an old toy that had just the right scale and a rather intense hostile look. He's been kicking around the studio for quite a while until this perfect job came around. Yep, annihilate the Tool Apes is definitely at the top of his to-do list. Here we have another corpse marker for Forbidden Psalms. This one is metal and clearly from Middle-earth Strategy Battles game by Games Workshop, probably intended as base decoration for some grand model. I like to think it's King Theoden on the ground right before that epic line, "I am no man," were spoken. At any rate, this poor fellow will now be a loot marker to be pillaged by murder hobos in Forbidden Psalm. What strange bedfellows, Forbidden Psalm and Lord of the Rings. I am not sure what this weird little guy in a dunce cap is. My best guess he's a misplaced Malifaux miniature, although I cannot be sure. His Slaughter base with the markings had been removed when I acquired him, so who knows. He's a very strange little model for sure, and I can't resist strange little models. This little guy will be getting work as an imp in Frostgrave, a job he is perfect for. As for the rumors that he has been shortlisted for a cabinet position, those are just rumors. Probably. Finally, we have this little weird toad monster. He is from the besieged Sons of the Abyss Castle Defense board game, miniatures game by Cool Minis or Not. That game came with a lot of these crazy little dudes. I mean a lot. Almost 20 of the big mouthed terrors. That's a huge number, and so to get some variety and use out of them, I decided to go with a variety of color schemes. Gray for rock toads seemed natural. I did a yellow and a red version, but when yellow and red lean into brown, they end up looking very similar. Green seemed like a good choice for swamp toads, and naturally I did a blue version to be used as ice toads in my beloved games of Frostgrave. And let's face it, these are the ones that are most likely to see the most action. Well, that's the last of the miniatures, which means it's time for a monster fight. Tonight's fight features this great big heavyweight orc. Clearly a heavyweight, but not a heavy thinker. Versus this creepy little weirdo in a pointy red hat. Incompetence prefers incompetence, so he is often selected first. Who will win? Only the old bones know. Whew. Well, that says it all.
You little punk! Now you're all the money! You can't catch me!
Yeah, I'll teach you a lesson, you little jerk!
Oh yeah? Poke! 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 Bookity, bookity, bookity.
And there you have it. The replacement defense secretary has defeated brute force. Oh, hello. I would just like to take a moment to thank my YouTube members, Mark and Lauren, for their ongoing support. It is greatly appreciated. And if you would like to support the Monster Painter with some money, just hit that join button down below and you can gain access to early access to Monster Painter videos, members exclusive monthly monster fights, digital badges, and the dark and forbidden secrets of unknowable gods. So, join now, and I will say thank you. The Warcrow's Adventure Scenery Pack. Dungeon Furniture! Remember to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and ring the bell! Ring the bell!